What's going on, guys? So I'm trying to work on this for that X pipe. I'm gonna try to do it myself. Kind of having second guesses and take it to a muffler shop, but I'm just gonna try. What I found out and went under the car where the catalytic converters are connected, they're just bolted on to the H pipe and then connected to the manifolds. And I think whoever had this car before me probably had an off-road H pipe and they modified to put the cats on there. So I'm just thinking that I can just put the test pipes on there instead of putting the X pipe on there, because the X pipe or the H pipe on here is welded to the actual pipes that go to the back of the car. So I guess I'm gonna try to do that. The bolts don't look too seized considering that the engine has been rebuilt, so it's been pulled out of the car. So I'm just gonna take a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. So this is what I'm talking about. H pipe is welded to the back of these pipes, and the H pipe looks fairly new. It doesn't look old. Then it's clamped onto the catalytic converters, which I've never seen on any of these cars. So I'm guessing that's modified. And maybe it was an off-road H pipe and they wanted to put the cats back on it, and they did that. So it's just band clamped on there. I put the pipe up to it and it's about the same length. So I'm just trying to figure out if I have to pull this whole exhaust back off the clamps to put that in there, because that's going to be a pain. So I guess I'll get to y'all whenever I start PB blasting them and trying to get them off. The bolts don't look too seized, but they're a little rusty, so I'm just going to spray some on there just to be safe about it. So what's up, guys? I'm into the car. Those bolts broke pretty good. I just put some PB blaster on there and let it sit for about 30 minutes, and they broke pretty free. I don't even think they needed that. But this is the hardest side, so I gotta do the other side. The only thing is I gotta take the O2 sensor off. I gotta take the battery out just to get to that clip up there. That's gonna be probably the hardest part. And then this side is pretty open, so that side's not gonna be hard, and I say that. I just hope these bolts aren't seized, because this side was good. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, see if I can get all the bolts off, and be easy job. So I did, sorry about my hair, but can't keep my hat on or anything, sorry. But so I did get the bolts unloose, and then I got the flanges unloose that connect to the H pipe. Everything seems like it's pretty loose, but the car was just, the motor was just pulled out and rebuilt before I bought it, so that probably has something to do with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to take these off. If it's kind of a dumb plan, but if the pipes don't fit up, because I really don't want to go to an exhaust shop and put that X pipe on. If they don't fit, I'm just gonna gut the cat out probably with the screwdriver or something, because I can take the whole cat out and it'll be easy, and then put them back on. But I'm really hoping that these pipes are gonna fit, because everything's going good. So just wish me luck, and I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff off and fix it up. So this is the O2 sensor that's hard to get to. So I can focus in there, but it's right there. And American Muscle, on their video, I can't remember if it's LMR or American Muscle, but they say that you need to take the whole battery out, take everything out, take the battery tray out. It is really not that hard to get to unless you just have really fat hands. I mean, my hands aren't the biggest, but I was able to get my arm underneath here by this header, and it's not hot. Hold it with that hand and then get this hand under here, and it was pretty easy to get to. I mean, it was kind of a pain, but there's one clip, and I got it unclipped, and I think it's easy for me because that it's not connected to the firewall anymore. So but yeah, everything's going to plan, so hopefully this is a pretty easy job, because it's only taken me about an hour to do all this, and that's pretty good, because I was going to take it to a muffler shop, but I decided to just do it myself and make a video out of it. But it's going to plan, so I'll get back to y'all when I start taking them off. Current situation right now, I looked on a forum and they said that I can cut these hangers off, because there is no way I'm getting any of this off. I took the back hangers off and it's still not working, so I guess that's my route. This is what I'm left with. I got them out, got both of them out, hoping they fit, because if they don't, I gotta put them back in. That would have been a waste of time. But they look about the same length, and I just gotta transfer the O2 sensor. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. And what I did is I just cut those hangers off. And that's the only way I could get that mid pipe to go down, because the whole exhaust is welded. And the only way I was able to get that down without cutting them is dropping the transmission. So that's where we're at. So I'm still working on the car, and I came to the fact that those pipes don't fit, the fact that stock or aftermarket, whatever, H pipe, and I'm just gonna sell the X pipe. But I already took everything off, so I guess I might as well have done something. And I hollowed out the cats. I think they're different cats in the stock, so I just went ahead and hauled them out just because I already had them off the car, and that's all that was in there. So what's up, guys? I don't know if y'all can hear me just because the car's so loud, but I took the catalytic converters out last night, and I tried to put the pipe in, and it didn't fit, and so I ended up hollowing out the cats. I know I did that in the last clip, but I ended up hollowing out the cats, and I feel like I have an exhaust leak, but I think it's just because the car's so loud now. But I think the cats were already aftermarket. The H pipe was aftermarket, like I said in one of my other clips. But I went ahead, just gutted the cats, because I was like frustrated last night because I already took the cats and everything out, and it took me like 5 hours. I had to cut the exhaust hangers off and put them up there, and they didn't fit inside the actual H pipe. They were off like by a millimeter. It was like so small. I couldn't get in there, so I was like, well, I'll just gut the cats out since I've already got everything off. And that's just how I did it. And I'll give you a clip on how it sounds. It's already loud right now just driving. It's a little bit louder than what I had with the muffler delete, just because I think the cats were like a high flow cat. And but I'll give you a clip right now, and then kind of talk about why I did it, why I gutted the cats out, and why I'm not going to put the X pipe on. The reason that I'm selling the X pipe. So that's kind of where I'm at with the car now. I got the exhaust done. I went ahead and took it to the muffler shop just to see if I had any exhaust leaks. He didn't find any, and he fixed my exhaust pipes in the back, my exhaust tips, and made them a little bit straighter than what they were. I got a little bit of loudness out of the car doing that cat delete. It's definitely louder, like at higher RPM. It has a little bit less pops, but I'm okay with that. It's not as crazy loud as I want it to be, but I'm fine with that until I get a set of long tube headers, and plan on doing all that pretty soon. I say pretty soon, probably, half a year, farther down the line. But I want to go over how long it took and what it took to do all that. So just because this car was already modified with a different type of pipe under the car, it was just a pain. Getting the cats wasn't hard. Getting them out wasn't that hard, just because they were already clamped on there and the car was freshly rebuilt, so all the bolts were pretty easy to get off. But do I recommend doing that by yourself? Yes, if you have your own lift. If you don't, it's going to be a pain getting under that car with just standard jack stands. And
you know, I had them up to the max, and it was already scary getting under that car, just because if something happened, I'll get killed. That car's so lowered, if it falls on top of me, I'll be pinned under it and I'll be stuck. I don't recommend doing it unless you have the tools to do it and you're a little bit capable with working on cars by now. You know, it's taken me years to even try to even work on stuff like that. You know, I'd rather work on the engine than even mess with the exhaust, just because, you know, take it to a muffler shop, they can weld it on, pay a couple $100, and spending, you know, a day and a half like I did putting on all that stuff. But it definitely sounds better, and it's what I wanted. And you know, this is where we are. I'm gonna sell the X-Pipe. If anybody's interested in it, just put down in the comments. I'm located in like Arkansas area, and I put it on Mustang groups in the Arkansas area. So if you want me to ship it, or I'm trying to sell it for $300 just because you can't find them anywhere. If you really want it and you pay for shipping, I'll give it to you for $250. But yeah, that's just where I'm at for it right now. I'm 1 subscriber away from 100 subscribers, so hopefully when I post this video, I might get a couple more people interested in subscribing to my video. But if you enjoyed this video and seeing the difference between you know, not straight pipe to full straight pipe, drop a like, drop a comment, please subscribe. There'll be more videos to come, and I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.